Today only, the person who is secretly jealous of your blessings is about to be exposed. Heaven is showing you the name. Open fast. Beloved soul, hear this word. Today is marked in heaven's calendar. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. This moment has been set apart as a divine unveiling, a day when shadows cannot hide and masks cannot remain. The Spirit of God whispers urgently, "Pay attention, for the one who walks near you with a hidden heart is about to be exposed." This is no ordinary hour. This is an appointed time. There's one around you who has smiled when you entered the room, who has clapped when blessings came your way, but behind the smile, a storm of jealousy has brewed. Their silence carried daggers. The gaze held questions. Their words, though polite in public, have twisted in private. They have not rejoiced with heaven over you. Instead, they have wrestled with the question, why them and not me? Today, that question will become their undoing. Heaven is moving, and heaven has chosen to show you what your natural eyes could not see. The name of the one who has been secretly jealous of you will no longer remain hidden. But to receive this revelation, you must still yourself. You must quiet the noise around you. For the Spirit speaks not in chaos, but in the gentle stirring of your soul. When silence surrounds you, the name will come. It will not be a shout from the sky, but a whisper that pierces deeper than thunder. This word is not for everyone. It is not for the casual listener or the distracted wanderer. This is for the chosen one, the one heaven has separated, the one heaven has anointed, the one heaven has called by name. If you are hearing this, it is because the message has been sealed for you. You are not stumbling upon it. You are summoned into it. Prepare yourself, for revelation is near. Today only, the veil is lifting, and heaven will show you what has been hidden. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Beloved, open your spirit wide, for the voice of heaven is speaking now. The Spirit of God is stirring, the angels of light are gathering, and the whisper of heaven is breaking through the veil. This is not coincidence, nor random chance. You are led here because the hour of exposure has come. The hidden hand that has been raised against you, though disguised in friendship, shall not remain hidden any longer. Before this day closes, light will shine on what has been cloaked in shadow. You must hear me clearly. The jealous one did not stand far away. They were near. They sat at your table. They heard your laughter. They shared in your victories, yet their heart trembled with resentment. They smiled at your elevation, but inside they whispered, "Why then? Why not me?" They clapped with their hands, but their spirit turned away. They hugged you, but in their thoughts they pushed you down. This is the one heaven is about to reveal. The urgency of heaven cannot be overstated. There is a divine time clock over this word, and it reads, "Today only." Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Today is marked for exposure. Before the sun sets, a stirring will come, and you will know. Whether by dream, by name pressed upon your spirit, or by sudden shift in their behavior, the mask will crack. What was once concealed will be seen. What was once whispered in darkness will echo in the light. Hear me well. This revelation is not for every ear. It is not scattered on the winds for the curious to grasp. It is selective. It is targeted. It is appointed. The Spirit has chosen you to receive this unveiling because your next season demands it. You cannot walk forward into destiny while keeping hidden betrayal close to your heart. Heaven is protecting you by exposing them. The revelation will not come because you demanded it, but because heaven has decreed it. Now, I invoke the covering of light upon you. Stand still, beloved, and feel the weight of the Spirit descending. The angels of God circle you now. Their wings form a shield. The jealous one cannot strike where heaven guards. They may scheme, but their schemes shall dissolve. They may whisper, but their whispers shall echo against their own ears. The Spirit of God has placed you in the center of His will, and no hidden hand can remove you. Take courage. Take authority. For as this day unfolds, heaven is about to show you what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. You will know. You will discern. You will recognize. The jealous one shall not remain in secret any longer. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1444 is now surrounding you. There is a weight you have been carrying, beloved, though you could not name it. A disturbance in your spirit, a quiet unrest that lingered even when everything around you seemed calm. You sensed it in conversations that felt hollow, in congratulations that sounded rehearsed, in laughter that carried no warmth. Heaven is confirming to you now. It was not your imagination. What you felt was the ripple of hidden jealousy pressing against your soul. The jealous one was not a stranger. They were close enough to know your victories, close enough to hear your dreams, close enough to see the oil of favor flowing on your life. They clapped when others clapped, but their heart was not in rhythm with heaven's joy over you. They spoke encouragement, yet behind closed doors, their tongue carried another song. They pretended to stand with you, but within their heart, they stood against you. This is the mystery that is now unraveling. The very person you trusted, the very one who celebrated you publicly, has been the same one who resented you privately. Do you remember the moments when you left a room and felt the air grow heavy? Do you recall the conversations that ended abruptly when you entered? Do you remember when your spirit felt drained after being with them, though no harsh words were spoken? This was not confusion. This was revelation waiting to be understood. Heaven was giving you hints. Heaven was stirring your discernment. Heaven was saying, "Watch closely, for not all who sit at the table are for you." They smiled at your rising, but within their heart they carried bitterness. They could not comprehend why heaven would favor you. They saw the doors open for you and wondered why theirs remained closed. They knew you were rising. They did not understand that it was not your strength, but heaven's hand lifting you. And because they could not discern the source of your blessing, they resented the outcome of your blessing. This is why their heart turned, though their face remained the same. And now, beloved, that mystery is coming to its end. What was hidden in shadow will be unveiled in light. The jealousy, once a silent seed, has grown too large to conceal. It is pressing against their behavior. It is leaking into their words. It is shifting the energy in their presence. You have already felt it. Now you will see it. Heaven is pulling the veil, and the name is being revealed. Do not let your heart be troubled when the exposure comes. Do not let the shock weaken your spirit. For heaven reveals only to heal, and heaven exposes only to protect. The pain of betrayal will not break you. It will build you. The disruption is not to destroy you. It is to prepare you. Heaven is clearing your path, removing counterfeit support and surrounding you with true alignment. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1717 is now covering you. Beloved, as heaven unveils mysteries and shields you from hidden betrayal, I must invite you to step deeper into this mission. Every word released here is more than a message. It is a seed of light, a weapon of truth, a river of life flowing to those who are thirsty for God's voice. When you give, you are not just helping a channel, you are sowing into the harvest of souls. The word declares, "He who sows generously will reap generously," and today your seed becomes a light for another soul trapped in darkness. I hear the Spirit say, your giving becomes oil poured out, igniting fires of deliverance in others. This is why I say, do not delay. Act while the heavens are open. Your super thanks, your membership, or your gifts through the PayPal link in the description is not a donation. It is a prophetic response. And I bless every hand that gives with increase, with overflow, and with divine favor. Rise and sow, beloved. The hour is now. Beloved soul, hear me with clarity. What you face is not merely human. It is not just the bitterness of one heart or the envy of one mind. This conflict is spiritual. It reaches deeper than emotions and rises higher than thoughts. The jealousy that has surrounded you is not born simply of flesh. It has been fueled by forces in the unseen. For every blessing carries weight in the spirit realm, and every elevation stirs resistance in the atmosphere. When heaven anoints a chosen one, darkness trembles. And when darkness trembles, it seeks a vessel, it seeks a voice, it seeks a heart willing to carry its resentment. That is when this conflict is not about you as a person. It is about the light of heaven shining through you. Do not be deceived into thinking their envy is only a matter of personality or preference. It is deeper. Their spirit has been agitated by the oil of favor on your life. You did not choose this oil. Heaven poured it. You did not demand this elevation. Heaven decreed it. And because you carry what they do not understand, their spirit has become unsettled. Their whispers, their doubts, their hidden bitterness, these are not only human reactions, but spiritual attacks designed to weaken your resolve, to pull you from alignment, to silence the destiny that heaven has spoken over you. This is why heaven now reveals the truth to you. If you understood this only as human betrayal, you might fight back in the flesh. You might argue, confront, or strike with your words. But heaven calls you higher. The battle is not with flesh and blood, but with powers and principalities in hidden places. To respond in the flesh is to step into their trap. To respond in the spirit is to secure your victory. That is why heaven whispers, "Be still, be silent, and let the light do the fighting." Understand this, beloved, your response is being recorded in heaven. The way you carry this revelation will either open new doors or delay them. If you bow to anger, you give the enemy ground. If you hold your peace, you let heaven defend you. The jealous one has already positioned themselves for exposure. Their heart has already been weighed. Their intent has already been seen. Now all that remains is for heaven to allow their actions to betray their own mask. But your role is not to expose them with your hand. It is to remain anchored in light until heaven exposes them with his hand. This is not weakness. This is strength. This is not silence born of fear. This is silence born of authority. When you refuse to fight in the flesh, you declare to heaven and to hell alike that you are protected, sealed, and upheld by divine power. And in that stillness, heaven moves swifter than any words could. Angels stand ready to guard you. The Spirit of God stands ready to vindicate you. The jealous one cannot stop what heaven has already ordained. So let your heart find peace, even as the storm of exposure draws near. For this conflict is not about you losing. It is about you winning in ways you do not yet see. Heaven is training your spirit to stand in authority, not to bow in retaliation. And as you remain steadfast, the conflict that once sought to shake you will become the very proof of your strength, the very evidence of your anointing. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2020 is now active over your life. Beloved soul, I must speak with urgency, for heaven has sounded the alarm. Exposure is not random. It is not accidental. It is not the product of rumor or chance. It is divinely orchestrated, carefully timed by the hand of God. What is about to unfold in your life has been written in the courts of heaven long before you could perceive it. And now, the hour has arrived for the mask to fall and the jealous heart to be revealed. The one who has smiled in your presence, the one who has spoken blessings over you while concealing curses within, is preparing to act. Their jealousy has grown restless. It cannot remain hidden much longer. Like a seed that has broken through the soil, their envy is pushing into the open. Heaven says, do not be surprised when their actions betray their true intentions. Do not be shaken when their mask slips. This is my doing, for the truth must come forth. The Spirit warns that within hours, not days, not weeks, but hours, their behavior will shift. The tone will change. The hidden resentment will seep through their words, their gestures, their silence. It may come in a sudden outburst, an unguarded word, or a strange withdrawal that makes their intentions undeniable. However it comes, know this: it is not chaos. It is confirmation. It is not coincidence. It is divine timing. Heaven has decreed that the jealous one cannot remain hidden beyond this day. You must prepare your heart for this moment, for it will come swiftly. Heaven is removing the disguise they have worn. The person who once walked close to you is being positioned to expose themselves. They have been planning, scheming, preparing to make a move against you, but their plan will collapse in their own hands. What they thought would harm you will backfire, and what they thought would silence you will amplify you. For no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises in judgment shall be condemned. But hear me clearly. Do not meet their action with fear. Do not meet their exposure with panic. Do not lower yourself to battle in the flesh. For their downfall is not your assignment, it is heaven's work. You must only stand still and witness the salvation of the Lord. The jealous one's own mouth will betray them. Their own actions will undo them. Their own schemes will expose them. The Spirit declares, I myself will pull the veil. I myself will uncover the hidden. I myself will defend my chosen. Do not mistake the suddenness of this exposure as an attack. It is protection. Heaven removes what you could not see, for your destiny cannot carry dead weight. The path ahead is holy, and the jealous one cannot follow you there. Their presence would only poison the soil of your promise, so heaven is tearing the root before it corrupts the harvest. Therefore, beloved, brace yourself. The hour is near. The moment is written. Exposure is not a possibility. It is an inevitability. Watch as the jealous one reveals themselves, for their season of hiding has ended. And know, with all certainty, that what is meant to break you will only build you. Type I am ready in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now God in your path. Beloved soul, hear the voice of wisdom. The exposure that is unfolding is not a call to battle with your own hands. It is not an invitation for you to fight in the flesh, for fleshly weapons cannot win spiritual wars. The jealous one has already been weighed, and their schemes have already been overturned in heaven. Your greatest weapon now is not your voice raised in anger, but your silence wrapped in prayer. Heaven whispers, be still, remain calm, and watch what I will do. The temptation will come to confront. The urge will rise to demand explanations. You may feel the fire of betrayal burn hot in your chest. But I tell you this, silence will be your shield, and stillness will be your sword. For your silence will speak louder than accusation, and your quietness will echo louder than confrontation. When you step aside, heaven steps in. And when heaven steps in, the outcome is always victory. Do not think silence means weakness. No, silence is strategy. Silence is obedience. Silence is alignment with the armies of heaven who are already fighting for you. Even now, angels are stationed around your destiny, standing guard against the schemes of the envious. Even now, the Spirit of God is whispering into the unseen, reversing curses, dismantling plans, and sealing you in light. You are not left defenseless. You are not left unguarded. You are shielded, you are sealed, and you are safe. Do not let the jealousy of others poison your spirit. Do not let their bitterness infect your joy. Their heart has turned, but yours must remain pure. Their eyes have narrowed, but yours must remain lifted. You are not called to match their energy. You are called to rise above it. For your destiny is not tied to their approval, nor your blessing tied to their acceptance. What heaven has poured upon your life cannot be stopped by human envy, cannot be delayed by secret plots, cannot be revoked by silent curses. The jealous one will watch as you remain unshaken. They will wonder why their words did not wound you, why their absence did not weaken you, why their plots did not reach you. And the answer will not be found in your strength, but in your covering. For the hand of God surrounds you like a wall of fire, and His glory rests upon you as a canopy. Your silence will frustrate them, your calmness will confuse them, and your stillness will undo them. Take comfort in these affirmations. You are shielded, you are sealed, you are safe. Every breath you take is guarded. Every step you walk is ordered. Every battle you face is overseen by the one who never loses. Do not tremble, for the jealous one has no power over you. Do not fear, for the storm that rages around you cannot penetrate the light that shields you. Rest in the assurance that your stillness is not inactivity. It is divine cooperation with heaven's plan. So walk forward with confidence. Do not lower your voice to argue. Do not lower your spirit to complain. Stand tall, stand silent, and stand still, for heaven is already moving. Your quietness will be their undoing. Your peace will be their exposure. And your faith will be your triumph. Type "I am shielded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4141 is now activated in your life. Beloved soul, understand this truth. Exposure is not your destruction. It is your confirmation. The very act of heaven unveiling the jealous one is not evidence of weakness in you, but proof of strength rising within you. It is heaven's way of declaring, you have outgrown the place where envy could hide. What once surrounded you in secret cannot remain near you in this season, for you are stepping into a level where shadows are burned away by the brilliance of your light. The betrayal you have endured is not a curse. It is a crown. Every hidden word spoken against you, every false smile given in your presence, every dagger of envy thrown at your back has become fuel for your rising. The jealous one thought their silence could diminish you, but their jealousy only highlighted what heaven has placed upon you. They saw your wings before you spread them. They sensed your fire before it blazed. And now, as the veil lifts, you will see clearly what heaven has known all along. You are not who they thought you were. You are far greater, far stronger, far more anointed than their limited vision allowed them to see. Do not grieve over those who could not celebrate your growth. Do not mourn for those who could not embrace your calling. Their inability to stand beside you is not your loss. It is their limitation. For when heaven raises you, not everyone can rise with you. Some must fall away, not because they are evil, but because they cannot breathe in the atmosphere of your new season. Their jealousy reveals that they were never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. Their resentment reveals that they were never aligned with your future. Rise now, beloved, for your season has shifted. See yourself as heaven sees you, wings unfolding, stretching wide, lifting you higher than the words of your enemies could ever reach. See yourself walking through fire, not consumed but refined, every shadow burned away, every chain broken, every fear silenced. See yourself standing tall, clothed in garments of light, carrying authority that no hidden hand can diminish. You are no longer defined by the whispers of the jealous. You are defined by the decree of heaven. The jealous one will soon realize they were not fighting you. They were fighting what was upon you. And what is upon you cannot be stopped. The oil flows, the fire burns, the light shines, and the wings spread, regardless of who resents it. Your empowerment is not in proving them wrong. It is in becoming everything heaven already declared you to be. You do not need their approval, for you already carry divine affirmation. You do not need their applause, for heaven's angels already sing over your life. So lift your head. Strengthen your heart. Let the betrayal be fuel. Let the exposure be proof. And let the jealousy be a reminder that you are chosen. What was against you is beneath you now. What tried to hold you back has only propelled you forward. And what was whispered in the dark is now drowned out by the roar of heaven declaring, you are victorious. You are unstoppable. You are mine. Type I am victorious in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5151 is now active upon your destiny. Beloved soul, the exposure that is unfolding around you is not a punishment. It is not a coincidence. It is not merely the unraveling of human relationships. It is heaven's strategy to clear your path for the next season. For what you could not see, God saw. What you did not hear, God heard. What you did not discern fully, heaven discerned completely. The jealous one's secret could not remain, because your destiny requires clarity, and clarity can only come when false alignments are removed. Heaven allows exposure not to break you, but to free you. What you thought was loyalty was a chain. What you thought was friendship was a weight. What you thought was support was silent sabotage. Had they remained hidden, their poison would have dripped slowly into your destiny. But heaven, in mercy, is removing them now so that nothing and no one can corrupt your rising. What feels like loss will become liberation. What feels like betrayal will become breakthrough. Do you not see? This unveiling is your unlocking. The doors that have been shut are about to open, because the wrong hands will no longer hold the keys. The path that has felt blocked will clear, because the wrong feet will no longer walk beside you. The heaviness that lingered in your spirit will lift, because the wrong voices will no longer drain your energy. This exposure is not about who they are, it is about who you are becoming. The Spirit declares, your next season demands separation. Your next level requires release. The all upon you cannot be carried into polluted spaces, for it is too pure, too costly, too holy. This is why heaven is exposing, removing, and redirecting. You are not being left alone. You are being positioned for alignment. You are not being stripped. You are being refined. You are not being abandoned. You are being elevated. Hear this truth. Your name is written in heaven, inscribed in the book of life, carried upon the heart of the Almighty. And so too is their name written, but not for the same purpose. For while your name is being written for destiny, theirs is being written for judgment. Their exposure is not your work, but heaven's justice. Their unveiling is not your battle, but heaven's decree. You need not prove yourself, for heaven has already proven you. So rejoice even in the midst of revelation. Celebrate even in the face of separation. For heaven is saying, this is your unlocking. This is your elevation. This is your walk with boldness, for the exposure is the final sign that your breakthrough is here. Type I am unlocked in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6161 is now flowing into your life. Beloved, as this revelation unfolds, let me tell you why we release these messages. They are not just words. They are rivers of living water flowing to the weary, torches of fire lighting the path of the chosen. When you support this mission, you are not giving to a platform. You are sowing into the harvest of souls who desperately need to hear heaven's voice. Scripture says, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed," and your seed today is a cup of refreshing poured into lives across the earth. I feel the Spirit declare, your act of giving becomes a key, unlocking doors of blessing you have not yet seen. So I urge you, do not delay. Respond prophetically, whether through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description. Every gift is a seed, and every seed carries a harvest. As you sow, may the windows of heaven open above you, pouring out blessings that cannot be contained. Beloved, you have reached the threshold. Exposure has come not merely to warn you, but to awaken you. Heaven has torn away the mask of the jealous one, so that nothing can hinder your rising. Now the question is not, who is against me? But who will I become now that nothing stands in my way? The Spirit of God is declaring, your destiny is being activated. Your next level is waiting. Your light can no longer be hidden. Do not think this unveiling is only about separation. It is also about acceleration. Every season of betrayal in the Bible was followed by a season of breakthrough. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, yet that betrayal led him to the palace. David was despised by Saul, yet that rejection positioned him for the throne. Even Jesus was betrayed by Judas, yet that betrayal fulfilled the prophecy of salvation for all mankind. So it is with you. What was meant to hold you back has only pushed you forward. The jealous one's exposure is the signal that your destiny is calling louder than ever before. Now heaven waits for your response. The angels are watching to see if you will step boldly into what has been prepared for you. The Spirit whispers, say yes. Say yes to the calling. Say yes to the assignment. Say yes to the higher place. For destiny does not activate without your agreement. Heaven has aligned the path, but your steps must walk upon it. Do not hesitate. Do not cling to the familiar circle that envy has poisoned. Leave behind the weight of false alliances and step into the light of true calling. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, marked, and set apart. Your hands carry authority. Your words carry fire. Your spirit carries light. Do not bury what heaven has entrusted to you. Do not silence what heaven has spoken over you. This is the moment to rise, to proclaim, to activate every gift that has been dormant. The exposure was heaven's signal. You are ready. You cannot stay hidden. You cannot remain silent. You cannot delay your destiny any longer. Lift your voice and declare, I am rising. I am chosen. I am walking into my destiny. For every declaration you make shakes the unseen. Every word of agreement with heaven strengthens the foundation beneath your feet. Every step you take in faith breaks the chains that tried to bind you. The jealous one's presence was a distraction, but now their absence is your liberation. The path is open. The oil is flowing. The fire is burning. All that remains is for you to walk forward. Rise now, beloved, for your time has come. Your destiny is waiting. Your calling is shouting. Your future is unfolding. Heaven has spoken. The jealous one is revealed, and the light of God is shining upon your path. Step forward and take hold of what belongs to you. Type "I am activated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7171 is now unlocked for your life. Beloved, while your eyes have seen little, the unseen has been overflowing with activity. For every night you laid your head upon the pillow, every day you walked unaware of the whispers behind your back, heaven was watching. And in the silence, there has been an exchange. In the secret chambers of the spirit realm, what they wished against you has been reversed, what they plotted has been dismantled, and what they attempted to steal has been restored. Hear this clearly. The jealous one thought their thoughts were hidden, their plans unseen. But the Spirit of God says, while they whispered, I recorded. While they plotted, I overturned. While they envied, I preserved. Not one scheme escaped the notice of heaven. Not one curse passed through the fire without being consumed. The angels of the Lord have been in motion, intercepting darts, reversing decrees, silencing words before they could find you. Why you slept, heaven warned. Why you worried, heaven warned. Why you questioned, heaven answered. There has been a holy exchange. What was meant to diminish you has been placed back into their own hands. The very pit they dug for you is the place they will stumble. The very rope they wove for your entanglement has wrapped around their own plans. The jealous one does not know it yet, but their defeat has already been written in the spirit realm. Their mask is falling because their schemes have failed. And the blessings they hoped would dry up in your life are instead multiplying, flowing, overflowing, for the Spirit of God does not allow His chosen to be diminished. Can you feel it, beloved? That stirring in your spirit, that unexplainable sense that something has shifted. That was no accident. That was no mere emotion. That was heaven speaking. Your spirit felt the weight of the exchange, the sudden lifting of heaviness, the unexpected burst of clarity, the quiet peace that came out of nowhere. These were not random moments. They were signs that angels were standing guard, reclaiming every stolen blessing and placing it back in your hands. Even now, in the unseen, there are scrolls being opened, decrees being sealed, and angels being dispatched on your behalf. Where they spoke against you, heaven has spoken for you. Where they wished lack upon you, heaven has released abundance. Where they imagined your fall, heaven has secured your rising. There is no word, no curse, no thought that can override the decree of God over your life. Beloved, do not fear what was done in secret, for heaven has turned the secret into your shield. Do not tremble at what was spoken against you, for heaven has transformed those words into the very proof of your victory. There has been a transfer. There has been a reversal. There has been a divine exchange. And you, chosen one, are the recipient of heaven's justice. Type "I am restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8181 is now resting over your life. Beloved soul, take comfort in this eternal truth. Heaven is a court of justice. The jealous one may have thought their schemes would remain unchallenged, but every curse, every whispered word, Every envious thought has been weighed upon the scales of divine judgment. And now the Spirit of the Lord declares, the scales are tipping in your favor. What was meant for your harm is being redirected, and what was spoken to destroy you is returning sevenfold upon those who sent it. Do not think for a moment that heaven ignores the cries of his chosen. Every tear you shed, every sigh you released, every silent prayer that rose from your heart was recorded in the throne room. The jealous one believed their actions were invisible, but nothing escapes the all-seeing eyes of God. They did not know that while they mocked in secret, angels were listening. They did not know that while they plotted in silence, their words were written in the scrolls of judgment. They did not know that while they cursed your name, heaven was already preparing their reversal. This is the power of divine justice. The very arrows aimed at you return to pierce the hands that launched them. The very pit dug for your fall becomes the grave for their schemes. The very snare laid for your feet becomes the trap that captures their own. This is not your vengeance, it is heaven's. For the Lord says, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay." And he repays not in half measures, but in fullness, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Beloved, I tell you this with authority, every weapon they formed has failed. Every curse they cast is void. Every word they spoke against you is returning with multiplied force upon their own path. You are not cursed, you are covered. You are not bound, you are blessed. The jealous one may attempt to rise, but they will stumble. They may attempt to strike, their hand will falter. They may attempt to accuse, but their words will fall powerless, for heaven's decree over you is stronger than their judgment. Even now, divine reversal is at work. Blessings they hoped would dry up in your life are multiplying. Opportunities they tried to sabotage are blossoming in greater measure. Doors they attempted to close are swinging wide open. The tables have turned, the scales have shifted, and the favor of the Lord surrounds you like a shield. Their jealousy was the spark, but heaven's justice is the fire, and the fire consumes everything that stood against you. Let your heart rest in peace, beloved, for the verdict has been spoken in your favor. The jealous one cannot escape the weight of their own actions, for what they sowed in secrecy they must reap in the open. And you, chosen one, will rise not in bitterness, but in blessing, not in revenge, but in restoration. For the Spirit of God has decreed, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you shall be condemned. Justice is here. Reversal is here. Restoration is here. This is the promise of the Lord, and it is sealed over your life. Type "I am justified" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9191 is now active over your destiny. Beloved, hear me with the weight of heaven's authority. Today only has been marked for your unveiling. The jealous one who walked beside you in shadows will not remain hidden. Heaven has decreed exposure, and heaven has sealed you in protection. Do not tremble as the truth comes forth, for what is revealed today will not harm you, it will heal you. What is uncovered will not break you, it will bless you. What falls away will not diminish you, it will deliver you. The Spirit of God surrounds you with light. Angels stand on every side, shielding you from harm. No hidden weapon can pierce you. No silent curse can bind you. No whispered jealousy can touch you. You are wrapped in the fire of divine protection, and the enemy cannot cross the line that heaven has drawn around you. I speak blessing over your mind, clarity, peace, and wisdom to discern truth. I speak blessing over your heart, strength, calmness, and freedom from betrayal's sting. I speak blessing over your path, open doors, holy alignment, and favor that multiplies. Walk boldly, beloved, for you are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. Heaven has declared it, and it shall not be reversed. Do not fear the unveiling. Rejoice in it. For today, the jealous one is revealed, but you are exalted. Today, their mask falls, but your crown is secure. Today, heaven removes what cannot remain, and in that removal, your destiny shines brighter than ever before. This is your affirmation. I am chosen. I am shielded. I am rising. Speak it until it becomes the rhythm of your spirit. For the Lord who has begun this good work in you will carry it to completion. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into promise. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking into light. You are not finishing in defeat. You are rising in victory. Beloved, your time has come. The jealous one has been revealed. Heaven has cleared your path. Now walk forward with courage, for nothing and no one can stop what God has set in motion. Type I am chosen and protected in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1001 is now sealed upon your life. Beloved, as you step into this sealing blessing, let me remind you why we labor to release these messages. They are more than words. They are lifelines, rivers of revelation flowing into the hearts of those who desperately need God's voice. When you give, you are not simply supporting a channel. You are fueling the fire of heaven's word across the nations. Scripture declares, the laborer is worthy of his wages, and your seed is holy, your act of support prophetic. I hear the Spirit say, as you pour out, I will pour back into you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Beloved, this is the moment to respond, through super thanks, membership, or through the PayPal link in the description. Every seed is a prophetic act, and every act releases harvests. Obey swiftly, for heaven rewards the obedient, and your giving will return to you multiplied in blessing and glory.